This week on Flip It Forward West Des Moines, we've got painters inside, we've got cabinets being installed, and countertops are being measured tomorrow, going in later this week. I can't believe we are this close to being finished with this house. Let's go check it out. Painters just left, the dust is settling, the paint is settling, so let's make sure we don't touch any walls, but let's go check it out. Oh, you know what? I was hesitant at this grayish color, the beige and gray, but I really think it turned out well. It looks like, I think they primed the ceilings. Walls have been painted. It looks like they still need to trim in, paint in the ceilings where there was the overspray, of course. Cabinets, check it out. Flip It Forward's more than just giving some lucky new buyer $20,000 in equity as they walk into a beautifully renovated house. We are giving materials a second life. These cabinets, $20,000 cabinets. When we priced out bottom shelf, bottom of the line cabinets, they were coming in at $9,000. We were able to pick up these beautiful solid oak cabinets off of Facebook Marketplace. We drove up to Minnesota to get them. That's how committed we are to delivering the most value possible. That's how we're able to flip houses and deliver and give that $20,000, $30,000 in instant equity. So these are the cabinets that are going in here. Again, all solid oak. They're about 12, 15 years old, but they're timeless. And they're gonna look so good with the floors, with the laminate composite that we have for the kitchen. So they're getting modified, getting installed. I think yet today, it looks like they've got them set up. I don't know quite what's going on here. We just got here, but it looks good. Man, isn't it crazy how it all worked out? Like the fridge, the window, like it looks like this is a little bit off center, but shoot, for this type of value, I'm not gonna complain about a couple inches. Dishwasher is gonna go over in that corner. Stove is right behind our cameraman. These walls are painted, the ceiling's been primed. Man, it all turned out so good. I cannot wait for this dust and this debris to all be cleaned up, which is happening on Thursday. And so that means the next video, this place is gonna be cleaned out. Hopefully cabinets and countertops are installed and maybe even these kitchen floors. Let's go check out the bathroom. All painted. We've got a beautiful bathroom here, something that started off so incredibly wanting. Complete transformation. Man, just check out the befores and the afters here. This thing was unpleasant, not pretty. Again, we had to replace all of the plumbing in this house because it was all rusted, corroded out. Our first day here, I poured bleach in the sink and I went and did it and the other sinks came back and there was bleach all over the floor. It wasn't until later I learned all of the drain lines for the sink had corroded out and that bleach basically just like leached through the wall all over the floor. Let's go see if we can tell where this patch was on the other side. You can't even see the joint. Like how professional is that? You know what really just blows my mind is not only how good of patchwork this is, but how fast this whole thing has come together, how easy it's been. Like the amount of work that's done in a week's period on this, it really just blows my mind. This looks so good. I'm so impressed. I don't know, it looks like they still have to paint the ceiling, so I don't want to get too crazy, but they did such a good job protecting. Like, look, like they put cardboard up against the wall to make sure none of the paint got on the floor. Like, come on, that is just above and beyond. Look at those floors, guys. Oh, these were so bad when we bought the house. They were so bad that I wanted to cover them up. And I fought to put down gray LVP. And the whole world was against me.
We can stain them a little bit lighter.
They'll still be ugly.
They will not be ugly.
Thank you for being against me. Mike, you were right. I am glad we saved the hardwood floors. It turned out so good. They've got a first coat up here. Wow. Looks great. I mean, these walls were all deteriorating, coming apart. They'd been knocked around over the years. We laminated over them. Here, come over here, come over here. Look down this ceiling line. You see how not real straight? This was no different. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put up some type of crown that goes all the way around these corners. So it's a nice crisp, you know, we may even try to do it up here. I don't want it to look tacky or like it was kind of thrown together at the last minute, because it wasn't. We've put a lot of thought, effort, and work into this place, but redoing that angle just wasn't worth the expenditure. So I'm trying to find a nice way to really clean up that angle. We went from a 1-bath house to a 3-bath house, and these bathrooms are huge. The toilet goes over here. We've got the shower, vanity, you know, lots of space. You don't have to worry about feeling claustrophobic, trapped. Man. And look at this. Come here, come here. This is the existing knockdown. This is the new knockdown. Look how good that looks. You can't even tell. This is a 5-star review. For those of you who don't know, when you spray texture, the way knockdown works is you spray it, big clumps, you let it dry, you let it set up, and then you take a big blade and you knock it down. It's where it gets the name. It's so hard to match in remodels because if you're spraying knockdown on a painted surface, it dries slower. But if you spray it on new construction, on new drywall mud, it dries really fast because the moisture gets soaked up. You get a real uneven texture here. I cannot believe how well they match this in. Their HUDU name is the Drywall Experts, and their name in real life, outside of HUDU, is A&M Drywall. Go check them out. I left them an amazing Google review. If you use them, you will be nothing but impressed. They are good. Let's go check out the 3rd bathroom of this place down in the basement. Bathroom number 3. The only thing I would have done different here is I would have put in 2 shower heads. As a proponent of 2 shower heads in a shower, I can't believe I didn't do this. We are definitely doing it on our next one. But I mean, man, this turned out so well. I am very, very happy. I can't wait to see this primed and painted. Man, turned out good. We need more nominations, more applications for this property. Look, if you're a veteran, a nurse, a first responder, a young family, if you've got a great story on why we should sell this house to you at $20,000 below market value, where you're walking in with tens of thousands of dollars in instant equity, go apply, tell us your story, flipitforward.com, link down below. What's going to be the laundry room? I know it feels like, it looks like, there's still a lot of work left here, but just go back and look at our other videos. The amount of progress that takes place in just a 7-day period here blows my mind. Have I talked about how good this texture looks? I love it, I love it. I love everything about this. This is going to be our laundry room. Washer, dryer, workspace. I've got a carpenter building this really cool thing. I'm just gonna leave it at that I would actually love for my house. I wish I had a larger laundry room. If this turns out well, I think we're gonna put this in every one of our properties. I've always struggled with what to do here. Do we drywall it in? Well, that would have taken up so much space. You know, a stud's 3.5 inches, you got another 1/2 inch for drywall, you know, clearance. I was worried, how much space are we gonna take up here? And then I thought, you know, could we leave it exposed? And everyone's like, no, you can't leave it exposed. Guys, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna push back a little bit. I'll do what, you know, the moms, because really you're the only opinion that matters in the house. I'll do what the moms think here. But couldn't we just clean this up and paint it? Like, does this really have to be encapsulated? We needed an egress window. And this sucker goes right in front of our egress window. So instead of building this big, weird box around this, couldn't I just clean it up and paint it? We could paint it white, we could paint it frappe. You'd blend it in. Of course, we would do something with the ceiling here to make it look a little better because we planned on boxing it in, but do I really need to box it in? It's gonna cost us another $500 to $1,000 to box this in. Would you rather have an extra $500 to $1,000 in equity? That's real money, people. Would you rather have that money in your bank account, or would you rather have this boxed in? We'll sand it down, make sure the paint sticks. I really think we could just paint this, but We have not cut any corners on this house, and I'll be damned, I'm not gonna start here. What should we do? Give me your honest opinion. This is the last time I'll ask. If you think I need to box this in, we'll get one of our trim carpenters, one of our doers on the platform to build us a nice wooden box to go into this. All right, we've got the walk-in closet down here. Mike thinks that the master should be upstairs. I think the master should be down here. This is an epic room. I feel like there's plenty of headspace, wide open, tons of options. I love this little nook over here in the corner. In fact, they took the light bulbs out because when they sprayed, but there's lights in that little nook with its own switch. So you could control it. I mean, the biggest closet in the whole house is right here. I think this should be the master. It's probably going to depend on the family. Now, this wall's not going to get textured. There's still electrical that needs to be done, and I thought, you know what? Let's just leave this off. We will make this a smooth wall. No one's going to notice. Like everything else is orange peel, right? This is going to be a smooth wall. Nobody's going to notice. There's going to be clothes racks right here. There's the panel box, the meter, but big closet. We've got lights. I mean, man, I'm still saying this will be the master. I look forward to checking back in like 3 months after we've sold this house and the new homeowners have moved in, seeing what they did, seeing how they made it their own. We locked in the carpet installer. Next Wednesday, carpet's being installed upstairs. That means the whole thing needs to be done, trim installed, ready for carpet. That's kind of like how I keep people on schedule. I find out like what the last thing is that needs to be done, and then I book that. And I'm like, all right guys, all this stuff needs to be done so they can install carpet. Once carpet's installed on these stairs, it's gonna completely transform how this whole house looks.